you guys doing? We're good. Are you guys heading back tonight or tomorrow? Tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah, we fly out in the morning.
We'll have a safe flight.
I appreciate you guys' hospitality. Everybody's been good to us.
I'm just the bad guy.
Hey, you're good to me. Ain't nobody done me dirty today.
Check, mic check.
Chickity check.
Welcome to Prep Sports Network. Brian Stanley with you tonight. And I got a co-host for my pregame, Darnell Harris. Coach, how you been this week?
Been good, Mr. Stanley. Been good. How are you, sir?
I've been good. We've been all over the countryside here in Washington, at least between Tacoma and Seattle. We've been to the fish market in Seattle. We got to see them throw the fish.
Yep.
Were you impressed by that?
That was impressive. I've second time I've seen it, but it was even more impressive the second time around.
I felt bad for the fish because it kept throwing the same fish over and over. So I started to feel bad for the fish after like the third time. But it was impressive to see that labyrinth of the market. I felt like I was getting lost in there, and I just had to go away.
Yeah, it is pretty big, and it is pretty incredible. It's really incredible on how far down you can go.
But overall, how do you feel this trip has been for the squad as a whole? I know we've had a couple lumps in the road, a little bump with the last two teams playing Bellarmine and playing Federal away. But how has this overall been for the program?
I think it was a long travel day on Monday, and the boys were a little sluggish on Tuesday. But as far as their go as a team, they've been pretty good. I feel like they bonded pretty good, had a good time. They were definitely disappointed after the last two losses, but it was nice to see them bounce back and smiling at each other and having fun last night after the game when we got back to the hotel.
Yeah, because I took that opportunity to step away because I felt like there really needed to be team bonding. And though I'm part of the team, I'm still not part of the team.
You are part of the team, Stanley. You are part of the team.
But I'm not part of the team on the court.
Yes,
I don't
sir.
make the impact on the court. I'm part of the broadcast team. I help make the Mission Prep world go round.
You make the Mission Prep family happy, sir. You are part of the media team, and we can't make it without you.
And I appreciate those humble words, but I think you know where I was going with the team needed time together.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. And that didn't include me, and I understood that moment. I took the moment to go get a nap.
Yes, sir. You did.
And my nap was so great, I missed breakfast this morning.
Breakfast was pretty good this morning at the Hobnob.
So how do you think this matchup is going to fare tonight against the Bullpups and the Royals?
This Bullpups team is a very good team. They're very disciplined in what they run. They'll be a little different than what we've seen. They're not going to be quite as aggressive, but they're very precise in what they run. They don't have as many dynamic individual players, but they have a very good team concept. So we're going to have to do a good job of switching on the screens and the cuts and on the handoffs.
And then I just want to jump back to one other thing about universities.
Sure.
You got to tour Seattle U while you were up here with your daughter.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And then we got to get a little glimpse of Puget Sound while we trained yesterday.
Yeah, we had a nice little shoot around at Puget Sound, and Wyatt Mello got to go tour a little bit with the track coach, so that was good.
So which campus has which do you think has a better campus between those two campuses you've seen this week?
I like Seattle U a little bit better. Just for me, it was just a little bigger, and I liked it being on the top of the hill. So as you got there, you were on the top of the hill. So as soon as you went one block over, you're going to look all the way down and see everything in the city. So that was pretty cool.
As Bellarmine Prep does this kind of the same thing here in Tacoma.
Bellarmine Prep sitting on the top of this hilltop is remarkable. We had Mass yesterday, and it was very nice. You don't get a lot of sunshine up here at this time of the year, but we had the sun peek through, and we were in a nice chapel that was built in 1928, and the sun kicking through the stained glass windows was just like God saying, I am here.
That is absolutely true. The sun shining through the glass. And that was true sunshine. It wasn't what you call the Tacoma sun, where we get to see blue sky.
We got blue sky. We got blue sky.
So, Coach, we're about 2 minutes away. I'm going to let you jump over, let you take care of the team in the backstretch. Appreciate you joining us.
Appreciate you having me, B-Stan.
And coming up is our Mission Prep broadcast between the Royals and the Gonzaga Prep Bullpups. The Gonzaga Bullpups. We'll just call them that to settle it off. They are from Spokane, Washington. They come into the tournament here, the Christmas Classic at Bellarmine, 6-0, 2-0 in the Greater Spokane District, which is a huge district. And we're about to get underway here in moments as the Royals meet in their huddle before we get the call out of the officials. And then we are the official starters, that is. And we will have that in just moments. So stay tuned with us. Mission Prep Basketball rolls on.
California Fresh Market is more than just your local grocery store. A full-service deli featuring premium Boar's Head meats and cheeses, handmade take-and-bake pizza, fresh salad and olive bar, gourmet cheese department perfect for any occasion, sushi rolled daily, organic and locally sourced produce, wild-caught seafood, choice Prime and Snake River Farms American Wagyu beef, artisan sourdough bread, and full-service health and wellness. California Fresh Markets, the best on the Central Coast.
Hyundai San Luis Obispo is proud to support Mission Prep at 1407 Auto Park Way in San Luis Obispo. Come check out our Hyundai Getaway Sales event. With new inventory arriving daily, you won't want to miss out on what's going on at Hyundai San Luis Obispo. And if you don't feel like coming in, we make it easy with the option to shop from home. For more information, visit HyundaiSlow.com. Mission Prep is driven by Hyundai San Luis Obispo.
Our first starter of the night for the Royals, Luke Jacobson, coming into the tournament, averaging 8.3 points a game, standing 6'7", coming in playing forward. Landon Smith, our starting guard for the Royals, a 5'10" senior, followed by Wyatt Mulhard, who toured Puget Sound yesterday for track and field. And then we got Jaden Noziel, the sophomore, Jay Boog. And rounding things out is senior guard Jamar Howard, averaging 23.4 points a game coming into this tournament. And on the other side of the ball, we got the Gonzaga Prep Bullpups. And the starting lineup for the Bullpups is going to be Jace Swanson, Jackson Floyd, Jamil Miller, Henry Sandberg, and Carter Verrett. The Bullpups are coached by Matty McIntyre in his 8th season. His assistant coaches are Pat Coons, Brian Carney, and Greg Johnson. And again, they come by way of Spokane, Washington. So we've faced 3 teams from Washington this tournament. We faced the Bellarmine Lions from Tacoma, the Federal Way Eagles from Federal Way, and now the Gonzaga Bullpups from Spokane, Washington.
Ladies and gentlemen, this time we ask you to please stand for our pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag.
And here in Tacoma, they start things off a little bit differently. Down in California, we would start with the national anthem. Here, they start with the Pledge of Allegiance, which is quite a different stretch, but a nice change of pace. And we're about to get underway. In the center circle is going to be Wyatt Mulhard and Verrett. Carter Verrett, standing 6'4". 6'6" to the 6'7" of LJ, and Jay Boog gets the rebound, or gets the tip off, and knocked out of bounds immediately by Miller on the pass to the right side. And we're underway. 8 seconds gone in this contest. Inbounds to the backcourt to Nozil from Howard. Back to Howard in the right wing. To Smith. Back to Howard. Chest high pass. Pass inside, man coverage. 7 on the shot clock. LJ drives in, gets tangled up, and we get the foul called on Jackson Floyd. First foul of the contest, Jackson Floyd with a blocking foul on Luke Jacobson, missing the first. And Nate Christie checking in for Carter Verrett. 6'5" for 6'6", senior for sophomore. And Luke Jacobson on the board. Single point on the scoreboard. Royals lead 1-0 here in this early contest, looking to snap a 4-game losing streak. Losing the last 2 at the Mission Prep Christmas Classic, losing the first 2 here at the Bellarmine Christmas Classic. Facing the Bullpups of Gonzaga Prep, a missed shot for Jamil Miller. Rebound to the Royals. Landon Smith trying to get past Swanson to Mulhard. To Nozil up top between the circles. Nozil looking for somebody to pass to. Back to Mulhard up top. 9 on the shot clock. Mulhard drives in, gets his own rebound. Knocked away. Pulled down by Sandberg. And stepping out of bounds on the baseline is Jace Swanson. And I want to thank our cameraman, Ian Mulhard, filling in for us tonight. The father of Wyatt Mulhard, the husband of Holly Mulhard. Also in the house tonight are the Jacobsons, Josh Jacobson and family. Appreciate everybody being with us, making the trip up the coast to Washington. Landon Smith, bad pass off of the heel of Jackson Floyd, and Floyd comes up with the ball, gets the bucket, giving a 2-1 lead to the Bullpups. As we approach 2 minutes gone here in the opening frame. Pulled up jumper inside the arc, off the glass, no rim. And the rebound to the Bullpups. And Sandberg bringing it across the timeline right to the rim. A pull-up jumper for Sandberg. And the lead is starting to grow for the Bullpups. 3-1 is our score. Bullpups on a 4-1 run here in this contest. But Jay Boog answers back saying, this isn't going to happen tonight. We're not going to let you run away with this score. We're going to tighten this one back up. 1-point game between the Royals and the Bullpups. Jackson into the corner now. Swanson, shot miss. Jamar Howard comes down with the rebound for the Royals. 5:13 on the game clock, into the corner to LJ. Smith to Mulhard, back down to AJ and the LJ on the baseline. And Lando shoots the three-pointer, no good. And Swanson going the other way on Landon Smith, high off the glass. The rebound, slam dunk by Jamil Miller. 6-3 our score. Landon Smith. Ball knocked loose. And they're going to give the foul on Landon Smith, saying he pushed Jace Swanson on the attempt to collect that ball. So now each team with one team foul here in this contest. And for those of you following at home, we appreciate you joining us on Prep Sports Network, following us on YouTube. Inside, Christie, and back to Miller, slamming it home for back-to-back dunks. 8-3 our score. Royals need to tighten this one back up before it gets away from them. Nozil drives in off the glass. Nozil putting in work. 4 points for Nozil tonight. 4 minutes gone in the quarter. Jackson Floyd in the middle to Miller. Miller now with 6. The Bullpups with 10, Royals with 5. Three-pointer from LJ. Goes long for Luke Jacobson. No good. Jackson Floyd drives in. Crossover layup. And Jackson Floyd with 4 points as we have a timeout taken on the floor. We'll be right back.
Get a head start on your New Year's goals with Kennedy Club Fitness. Locations all over San Luis Obispo County. You've got classes, sauna, steam room, tub, and a heated pool. It's where I work out. It's Kennedy Club Fitness.
We have plenty of people tuning in across the state, across the country. Want to start giving some shout outs. If you got some, you got a way to reach out to me, I'll give them to you on the air. Starting out with Luke Jacobson's grandfather, Jake, tuning in to the broadcast tonight, hopefully on his last day of COVID recovery. So we wish Jake all the best as he's trying to fight through the COVID. Tough thing to have, especially in the wintertime. 3 on the shot clock for the Royals. And it's lost by Jacobson to Sandberg. And backcourt violation on the Bullpups is going to be Royals ball here in the first quarter. 2:39, 12-5 is our score. Mulhard, right side, brings it across. Roman Benedetti into the game with a three-pointer. And Jamil Miller doing work for his squad. 8 points early in this contest. Benedetti up top to Smith. The pass to Jacobson down low on the baseline, out to Boog. Up top to Wyatt. 7 on the shot clock. Three-pointer from Jay Boog goes wide. Nothing but air for that shot, collected by the Bullpups. Jackson Floyd. Jay Swanson drives in, releases the shot and the whistle. And Roman Benedetti called for the personal foul. He's going to go to the line. And Jay Swanson at the line. Shooting 2 on the foul by Roman Benedetti. Checking in for the Bullpups is going to be Dylan Grove. and Owen Griffith. As Miller and Floyd check out, so that might give a little reprieve for the Royals here. And also checking in Ryan Jackson for Chase Swanson. (16-8). Royals getting a little extra shot clock time as the shot clock was late to start. Washington sports a 30-second shot clock. That one bounces off the back of the iron, no good off the hill. And Boog with a pickpocket steal, unable to catch the ball before it sails out of bounds. And Callahan checking in for Smith for the Royals. Marcy Dolan checking in for us. Appreciate Marcy always being along for the ride. I don't think she's missed a game all year long. Missed shot, put back points as Jackson misses. Carter Verrett gets the deuce on the putback points, and we're under a minute to play here in the quarter. Benedetti trying to find some room. And here's the whistle. Owen Griffith, called for the foul. Second team foul for the Bullpups. Each team with 2 team fouls. 44.7 seconds, 30-second fresh shot clock for the Royals. On the court for the Royals, Callahan, Benedetti, Nozil, Jacobson, and Mulhard. Ball knocked loose. Off of the Bullpups is going to be Royals ball. 10 seconds on the shot clock, 24.3 on the game clock. Inbounds to Jay Boog. Run out of time, wide open shot from the corner. Off target for Mulhard, had a clean shot. And it's going to be Bullpups ball with 15.8. Shot clock dark. Bringing the ball back across midcourt. And to the rim is Ryan Jackson. And as time expires, we go to the second quarter. Royals trail 20-8 in this contest. We'll be right back.
The team at CB Chevrolet would like to welcome you to the dealership in San Luis Obispo, where we're confident you'll find the vehicles you're looking for at a price you can afford. Come and check out our full selection of new Chevrolet vehicles or get a great deal on a reliable pre-owned model. No matter which vehicle you decide on, our professional finance team will help you get settled with a competitive financing or lease plan at CB Chevrolet in San Luis Obispo.
Feel like eating out, maybe ordering in? Why not try Papa's Thai Cafe, proud sponsor of Mission Prep High School football. Located right downtown off Monterey and Johnson, open Tuesday to Sunday, Papa Thai's Cafe.
Welcome back to Prep Sports Network on YouTube, and I believe we're live on our website still. Been a busy day for us here up in the Tacoma, Seattle area. Appreciate you all joining us. It's going to be Bullpups ball coming out of the break. On the court for the Royals, Nozil, Callahan, Howard, Benedetti, and Mulhard. 15 on the shot clock for the Bullpups. Off the side of the iron, no good. Put back on the rebound following a pass around is Owen Griffith. And 22-8 is our score. Nozil drives into the paint. Bucket no good. Rebounded by Nate Christie. Mulhard collecting the loose ball. And a bunch of contact as Griffith steals the ball away from Mulhard, but we do have a foul. And Owen Griffith finally called for the foul that Coach Harris was calling for. Third team foul for the Bullpups of Gonzaga Prep out of Spokane, Washington. And Howard to the rim. He's collecting a foul. Ryan Jackson getting the foul on Howard, making contact with the arm. Howard missing the first substitution. Jay Swanson checking in. Jamil Miller checking in. Checking out Owen Griffith and Dylan Grove. And Howard making one of two. Howard, first points of the night. Again, I want to appreciate our camera person tonight, Ian Mulhard, helping us out. And a drive down the baseline for Ryan Jackson is good. Jackson now with 4 points. Miller leading all scorers here with 8. And Oziel sends a three-pointer up, no two-pointer. He was inside the arc, no good though. Oziel gets a pass from Mulhard, no good once again, trying to get his own rebound. Does such a thing. Third time was a charm, and it's not. 24-9 is our score. 15-point lead for the Bullpups. And the ball knocked loose by Callahan. And it's out of bounds off of the Bullpups as Roman Benedetti was chasing the ball down with Jackson Floyd.
Wyatt, take it out.
And Benedetti's shot off the side of the iron, rebound by Floyd. And a foul on the other end of the court. Jamil Miller on the hardwood. And the contact from Callahan sends Jamil Miller to the line to shoot two. And Miller drops the first. Miller now with 9. And Miller now with 10. First competitor in this contest to double digits. And Howard sinks a floater from mid-range. Howard now with 3. The lead is still 15 for the Bullpups. Swanson in the corner, drives baseline now. Ball knocked loose by Howard. Mulhard comes up with it. Royals ball to Callahan. Into the corner to Benedetti. Off the heel of the rim. No good for the Royals. And Ryan Jackson's layup off target. Royals with the rebound. Howard with the three-pointer. Bouncing around, no good. Rebounded by Jackson Floyd. Floyd with some fancy footwork, taking it to the rim. And Floyd, 6 points on the night. 3 minutes gone in the second quarter. Howard hard on the floor. We have a whistle for some contact as Howard's slow to get up. And Oziel called for the foul. Howard looks like he took a hard shot to the hips as he hit the hardwood. The hardwood doesn't give much. Full timeout taken by Terrence Harris. He wants to talk this one over. His team trails 28-11 here in the second quarter.
Core values of Mission Prep. So when picking cars, why not stay with family? And that means Hyundai San Luis Obispo. Yup, Hyundai Slow, located right on Auto Park Way off of Los Osos Valley Road, keeps it in the family with the mission prep familiarity involved. So go check out Hyundai Slow today for quality vehicles, a friendly team, and professional service at every step of the way. And tell them the Royals sent you.
Let your local Farmers Insurance agent, Jennifer White, put her experience to work for you. Jennifer White proudly serves San Luis Obispo County families and businesses and is ready to review your existing policies or provide a no-obligation quote today. Call Jennifer White Agency at 805-548-8530 to get smarter about your insurance. Again, that's Jennifer White Agency at 805-548-8530. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
Welcome back to Mission Prep presentation of Royals basketball on Prep Sports Network. Live from Tacoma, Washington, Royals trail 28-11, Bellarmine Christmas Classic. Jackson Floyd, ball knocked loose, able to recover. Inside jumper at the free throw line, up and good for Henry Sandberg. And I missed that call, but it is a turnover to the Bullpups. Ball knocked loose, out of bounds. Possession stays to the Bullpups. Last touch by Howard. They're going to say it's Royals ball. A little confused by the calls here. Chase Santal into the game for the Royals. Up top to Jacobson, around the horn, into the corner. Untal, three-pointer off target. And the rebound to Nate Christie. And try to connect with Miller for the alley-oop dunk. And the Royals there to break up the contact. Mulhart's three-pointer off target. And we have a whistle. And Jaden Oziel collects his second, fifth team foul. Quite an interesting turn of events. And I gotta say, I've never seen an official call it from the paint on the foul. It usually comes up to center court. Miller to Swanson. Ball knocked loose. Royals come up with it. Jay Boog with his hands on it. Excuse me, that's Howard. Howard to Untal. Untal lays it in off the window. The lead is 17 right now for the Bullpups, 30-13. We're approaching the 3-minute mark left here in the second quarter. Rebounded by Mulhard on the missed shot. Noziel bringing the offense across the center court. Drives in off the back of the iron, no good. Bouncing around, pulling down the rebound, Henry Sandberg. And Swanson trying to do a backwards layup. Cannot get the shot off, and Howard goes coast to coast. And the Royals starting to build momentum. Royals slowly turning into the Lumberjacks, chopping the tree down. And we'll take a timeout with them. We'll be right back.
Mercedes-Benz San Luis Obispo, with over 25 years of experience and 5 years serving the SLO area. Mercedes-Benz of San Luis Obispo wants to help you get behind the wheel of your next vehicle. So next time you're in the market for a luxury car, keep it local with Mercedes-Benz San Luis Obispo.
And it's time for another shout out. This one goes to the Mulhart family coming from Ian. Holly is up visiting family in Bellingham, if I said that right. And they're out visiting grandmother Gwen, who is Wyatt's great-grandmother, who just turned 97 years old. So definitely a big happy birthday, a full bucket of win for grandmother Gwen. We appreciate everybody tuning in. Molly, Holly, the great-grandmother, grandmother Gwen, happy birthday. Appreciate you. And a great milestone to reach 97. What a tremendous. And they were bragging about how healthy she still is in this young age of 97. A pass over the middle, out of bounds from Verrett. Well, they were talking about that last night after the game, how young she still is at 97. So happy birthday to Grandma Gwen. Howard, left wing, to Jacobson, to Mulhart up top, to Untal, back to Mulhart into the corner. And Jacobson called for the double dribble. If you're on the chat, let us know how you're doing. I'd love to hear from you. Pass across the court, out of bounds, off the tips of J.J. Howard. 12 seconds on the shot clock for the Bullpups, 1:32 on the game clock here in the first half. Jackson Floyd trying to shake off LJ. To Sandberg. And the shot clock violation on the Bullpups. Just continue to truck away. Mulhart, three-pointer from the corner. Nothing but net. The lead cut to 12 now. Royals fighting hard to stay in this one. Less than a minute to go, 55 on the game clock. Baseline pass results in a three-pointer being sent up. No good for Henry Sandberg. And a tip by the Bullpups, a pass from J.J. Howard. Noziel up top to Mulhart. On the court for the Royals, Mulhart, Howard, Noziel, Jacobson, and Untal. 5 on the shot clock. Ball knocked loose by Sandberg, and Miller going the other way, swatted by Howard. And the shot put back on the rebound by Henry Sandberg. And that is time on the clock. Henry Sandberg with the last bucket of the half. And we'll be back with second half, the first half totals and second half action in just minutes.
California Fresh Market is more than just your local grocery store. A full-service deli featuring premium boar's head meats and cheeses, handmade take-and-bake pizza, fresh salad and olive bar, gourmet cheese department perfect for any occasion, sushi rolled daily, organic and locally sourced produce, wild-caught seafood, choice Prime and Snake River Farms American Wagyu beef, artisan sourdough bread, and full-service health and wellness. California Fresh Markets, the best on the Central Coast.
Experience car buying made easy at Sunset Honda.
Like Sunset Honda's MPG upgrade with huge savings on fuel-efficient vehicles.
Right now, take advantage of 0% financing for 60 months on select new Hondas. Or take $2,000 off every new Passport and Pilot. Or $3,000 off select new Ridgelines.
Plus, get a $25 gas card just for taking a test drive.
Trade in your gas guzzler and get 1,000 over Blue Book from the start.
Get started today at sunsethonda.com.
Forgive me for getting caught up chit-chatting with my buddy next to me. First half stats, we got Mr. Miller, Jamil Miller with 10 points tonight. We got Ryan Jackson with 4 points. Henry Sandberg with 6 points. Carter Verrett with 2 points. Chase Swanson with 2 points. And Jackson Floyd, 6 points, along with Owen Griffith with 2 points. A total of 32 for the Bullpups in the first half. The Royals have 18 in the first half. 5 from Howard, 4 from Noziel, Antal with 2, Benedetti with 3, Mulhard with 3, and Jacobson with 2. Total of 18 for the Royals, scoring 10 in the second quarter, 8 in the first quarter. Gonzaga Prep scored 20 in the first quarter, 12 in the second. A much tighter second quarter between these two squads. On the court for the Royals to start the third quarter. Following a bad pass from Smith to Howard, but it's Howard, Smith, Mulhard, Jacobson, and Noziel. For the Bullpups, we got Swanson, Miller, Carter, Sandberg, and Floyd. And Swanson drives in, layup through the lane from the right side. Nice little footwork, nice little handwork. Swanson now with 4 points, changing his totals by a total of double from 2 to 4. Appreciate Aunt Sue chiming in with us tonight. Always one of our faithful followers on the stream. And the foul on Luke Jacobson. First team foul for the Royals in the second half. First foul handed out here in the second half with 50 seconds gone by in the third quarter. Our score 34-18. 16-point lead, and Noziel with the steal. And Swanson called for the foul. So now each team with one team foul here in the second half. 6:52 and running on the clock. 34-18 is our score. Howard pulls up from a jumper, baseline left side, drops it in, cutting the lead to 14. Howard now with 7. Jackson Floyd losing his footing, showing some strain to his left knee. Ball comes loose, able to recover as Jacobson provides the coverage for defense. As he pushes through Jacobson, misses the shot. Howard with the rebound, squeezing past Sandberg. And the hook shot from Jacobson, no good. Howard with the rebound, guarded closely by Verrett. And the whistle comes. Second team foul for the Bullpups. Carter Verrett called for the foul. Howard at the line to shoot 2. Howard 1 for 2 tonight at the free throw line. 2 for 3. See it. And the rebound to Verrett. Howard 2 for 4 at the line. 8 points for Howard tonight. Howard leading Mission Prep in scoring. Swanson to Miller. Miller in the right wing. Down low to Sandberg. And Miller pushes through through Smith, who sets his feet, takes the charge. And Jamil Miller charged for the foul. Third team foul for the Bullpups in the half. First foul for Miller of the contest. Nozil to Howard in the corner. Three-pointer selling away. And going away to the bucket. 11 points for Howard. The lead cut to 10. And the Royals need to continue to push hard to get back into this one. And a timeout taken by Coach Matty McIntyre of the Bullpups. We'll be right back.
Experience car buying made easy at Sunset Honda.
Like Sunset Honda's MPG upgrade with huge savings on fuel-efficient vehicles.
Right now, take advantage of 0% financing for 60 months on select new Hondas. Or take $2,000 off every new Passport and Pilot. Or $3,000 off select new Ridgelines.
Plus, get a $25 gas card just for taking a test drive.
Trade in your gas guzzler and get $1,000 over Blue Book from the start.
Get started today at sunsethonda.com.
Welcome back to Prep Sports Network's presentation of Mission Prep Basketball. Live from Tacoma, Washington on the campus of Bellarmine Prep in central Tacoma, Washington. The Bullpups with the ball. Miller up top to Sandberg. Back to Miller in the corner. He tried to drive baseline on Nozil. Kicks it out to Sandberg. Sandberg's three-pointer high and no good. Rebound to Mulhard. Pulls up a jumper inside the free throw line and misses. Knocked out of bounds off of the Bullpups' fingertips. Or the Bullpups' paws, if you want to call it that way. Tough contest for these squads. Passed inside to Nozil. To Smith. To Jacobson. To Howard. And Howard finds his range. And the lead has been cut down to 7. Fighting back hard are the Royals in this contest. And we have a visitor in the house. Pacific Lutheran University basketball head coach is scouting games tonight for Pacific Lutheran. Pass inside to Miller up top. Ball knocked loose by Howard. Miller climbs the ladder to get it. And a three-pointer sent sailing by Jackson Floyd. Answering back on back-to-back three-pointers for Howard. Lead back to 10 for the Bullpups, 37-27. Nozil hands off to Howard, guarded by Smith. Guarded by Miller. And Howard is heating up. 17 for Howard. 3 3-pointers in this half. Lead back to 7, 37-30. Royals need to go home with the win to have a happy plane ride back to California. Nozil. Ball knocked loose. Out of bounds in front of the scorer's table. Three-corner pointer, no good for Jackson Floyd. And Nozil gets called for the foul. And Jackson's going to get 3 shots at the free throw line, fouled in the act of shooting beyond the arc. And Floyd now with 10. The second Bullpup to double digits as he misses the second. As Jackson Floyd makes 2 of 3, 39-30 is our score. 9-point lead for the Bullpups. Howard in the paint, goes up for the shot. Misses, collects the foul. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. And Jamil Miller collects his second. Fourth team foul for the Bullpups. Howard can cut the lead back down with a couple makes here. Flicks the wrist and makes it. Howard with 18. Bullpups wearing home whites with blue and silver trim. Howard makes both. That would make Papa Harris very happy. 2 free points on the board for the Royals. 39-32. 2:45 coming up on the game clock here in the third quarter. Ball comes loose, ends up in the hands of Groves. Groves gets it to Floyd. To Sandberg. Back out to Groves. And Groves finds the distance for 3 points. And the lead's back to 10 for the Bullpups. 2:20 on the clock, third quarter. Rozil shakes his defender in the paint. Gets the bucket to drop. Rozil with 6 points tonight. Some fans not happy about the non-calls. Some fans happy about the calls. Some fans not happy about the calls. It's a back and forth contest here tonight. And the rebound put back by Nate Christie, following the rebound by Dylan Groves. And Howard from the baseline right side puts it up. Howard now with 21. Jamil Miller makes the bucket, collects the foul from Luke Jacobson. As Chase Untal getting ready to check in. Landon Smith checking out of the ball game. Ten-point lead. Shot miss. Howard gets the rebound off that climbing the ladder. Howard and Miller face to face. To Nozil, or to Jacobson, now to Nozil. Nozil drives the left side of the lane, gets it to Untal. As Untal steps on the line, it's going to be Bullpups' ball. Ian Mulhart doing a great job on our camera tonight. 1:05 on the clock. $17 on the shot clock. 56.5, third quarter. 17 on the shot clock for the Bullpups. Inbounds to Sandberg, guarded by Mulhard. And the shot up before the buzzer. And Ryan Jackson slips it in before time expires on the shot clock. We're under 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Howard sends a floater up off the front of the iron, dropping it in. 23 for number 23 tonight. I'm sure he'll add to his totals as we go into head towards the fourth quarter. 15 on the game clock. Shot clock is dark for the Bullpups. Henry Sandberg guarded closely by Untal. And I think there was a little bit of acting there. And Mulhard called for the foul. 4.3 seconds as Owen Griffith inbounds the ball in front of the Bullpups bench, looking for somebody to inbound it to. And three-pointer before the time expires by Henry Sandberg. And that extends the lead to 13 for the Bullpups at the end of 51-38. A solid quarter of play for the Royals. And we'll be right back.
Feel like eating out, maybe ordering in? Why not try Papa's Thai Cafe, proud sponsor of Mission Prep High School football. Located right downtown off Monterey and Johnson, open Tuesday to Sunday, Papa Thai's Cafe.
So good news for the Royals. They did outscore the Bullpups in that quarter, 20-19. To cut the lead down to 13, which was much different at the half. We do appreciate Ian Mulhard helping us out, the father of Wyatt Mulhard. Doing a great job. 8 more minutes of play in this contest, 4 quarters in a basketball game. If we played 8 quarters of basketball, I think these kids would be a little exhausted by the end of basketball. Royals have scoring by quarters for the Royals, 8, 10, and 20. Score at the end of quarters, 8, 18, and 38. 8s are wild for the Royals. Pass to Chase Untall. Shakes his defender. Finds Jacobson, who finds Howard. Back to Jacobson. Nozil now with the rock. And sending down the rock downtown is Howard, missing the shot off the side of the rim. Griffith to Sandberg. And we have 10 on the shot clock now for the Bullpups. Ball comes loose. It's going to be Bullpups ball with 3 seconds on their shot clock. They got a lot of work to do here with 3 seconds. As Aiden Dolan checks in for for Wyatt Mulhard. We do appreciate Ian Mulhard helping us out. And a steal by Luke Jacobson. LJ getting his big paw up in the air as Jacobson tries to set the offense for the Royals. To Howard. Howard on the baseline left side, trying to get past Miller. Gets it to Dolan. And Dolan sends up a three-pointer that will not count, gets the lucky bounce. Jamil Miller with his 3rd foul, so he's officially in foul trouble. Royals have Jaden Nozil in foul trouble, and the Bullpups have Jamil Miller in foul trouble. And Howard trying to get his putback points, looking at the referees like there should be a foul called. And the pass forward to Jackson. To Griffith. Ends up in the hands of Miller. Miller's three-pointer rims in and out of the cylinder as Nozil collects the rebound. Jacobson to Untall. To Dolan. To Jacobson in the corner, to Nozil up top. On the other side to Howard. Howard drives in, kicks it out to a wide open Jacobson. On his feet is the bench. No good for Jacobson, looking for a three-pointer. And Griffiths finds Sandberg. Pass inside to Verrett. Back out to Sandberg, who sends a three-pointer through the cylinder. 12 for Sandberg, 54-38. 16-point lead for the Bullpups. Three-pointer for Untall, sent away. High bouncing three-pointer, no good. As Sandberg gets the rebound for his squad. And the slam dunk rebound put back by Jamil Miller. 14 for Miller now, and it is a 18-point lead, and we have a timeout on the floor. We'll be right back to take that timeout. Mission Prep basketball is presented by the Healthy Crave. The Healthy Crave sports the best protein bowls and smoothies in San Luis Obispo. And we here at Prep Sports Network encourage you to stop by and check them out. 942 Choro Street in San Luis Obispo. To find the best protein bowls and smoothies around, check out the Healthy Crave in San Luis Obispo. Proud supporter of Mission Prep basketball this season. 942 Choro Street.
Do you want to eat where the Royals eat? Well, just because the game finishes doesn't mean there's no fifth quarter spot. And for us, it's Milestone Tavern, proud sponsor of Mission Prep, located right off of Foothill with all the TVs, all the fresh drinks, and fantastic food specials every single night. Milestone Tavern is open every day and the favorite spot for our Mission Prep Royals. Milestone Tavern, go check them out.
Welcome back to Mission Prep Basketball on Prep Sports Network. We're live from Tacoma, Washington. The last day of the Bellarmine Christmas Classic. Jaden Ozil, guarded by Miller. And the missed shot by Nozil, rebounded by the Bullpups. Swanson to the rim, his shot no good. He is fouled on the way. He's going to go to the line to shoot two. And the contact called on Aiden Dolan. Fifth team foul. Both teams now with 5 team fouls. 5:02 remains in the contest as Jay Swanson sends the first up and through. Missing the second. And it's out of bounds off of the Royals. Going to be Bullpups ball. Miller collects it, knocked away by Howard. Howard going with one man to beat. Foul on the floor, no shot. Shot waved off. Couldn't see it, but the referee almost lost his gum trying to call that one. Six team fouls now for the Bullpups. Shot missed from the corner. Howard comes up with the rebound. Has Untal and Verrett on the floor. And Howard ounces back with the deuce. First points of the quarter for the Royals, 57-40. Six-2 run for the Bullpups in this quarter. Shot missed. Howard comes up with the board to Mulhard. Jumper from the left side, no good. Howard pulls down the rebound. And off the window, Howard now with 27. 57-42. We have 4 minutes to go now in this contest. 15-point lead. Howard with the steal on Swanson. And Howard gets the foul. They're not calling the foul. They're saying the ball was knocked loose as Jay Swanson goes to the bench. He looks defeated, even though his team is up 15. Looked like there was a lot of contact on that trip to the rim. Jacobson checking in. 3:51 remains. Aiden Dolan goes to the bench for a breather. Pass to Howard. Howard almost gets picked in the back pocket. Got to be aware of your surroundings at all times on the court. Protect yourself. Three-pointer by Maulhard. Jacobson comes up with that rebound and immediately sends the ball back through the cylinder for a deuce. 13-point lead. Royals cutting back down, chopping away. They got their lumberjack toques on. Trying to bring some inspiration from the loggers of Puget Sound. And a missed shot by the Bullpups ends up with a Royals ball in the hands of Howard to Nozil. Nozil with some fancy footwork. Maulhard outside the arc. And that one sells short, but Nozil comes up with it. Walks the tightrope down the baseline. He collects the foul. The foul on Jackson Floyd. Jackson Floyd now in foul trouble. So 1-1 for Jaden Nozil. When the Royals return back home to California, as Nozil makes the first. Nozil now with 7 points tonight. Second one, no good. The lead is 12. And it's out of bounds off of the Bullpups. On that rebound, Mission Prep ball, Chase Untall rebounding it. So when we return home to California, the Royals hit the road to Santa Maria to face the Pioneer Valley Panthers as we open Mountain League play on Tuesday, January 3rd. That pass inside to Howard on the inbounds off target, and Floyd comes up with it. Nozil with the block pass, and it's Nozil and Howard versus four others. And Howard maintains control and drops the bucket, and Howard with 29, the lead down to 10. And we got a 30-second timeout taken by Coach Harris. 57-47, our score, Bullpups lead.
Family is ingrained in the core values of Mission Prep. So when picking cars, why not stay with family? And that means Hyundai San Luis Obispo. Yup, Hyundai Slow, located right on Auto Park Way off of Los Osos Valley Road, keeps it in the family with the Mission Prep familiarity involved. So go check out Hyundai Slow today for quality vehicles, a friendly team, and professional service at every step of the way. And tell them the Royals sent you.
Welcome back to Mission Prep Basketball. Our schedule the first week back in California. January 3rd, we are at Pioneer Valley. And Friday, January 6th, we host the Atascadero Greyhounds. Both tip-offs right at 6:30 here on Prep Sports Network. The Bullpups with the ball coming out of the timeout. 2.5 minutes to go. Nozil almost knocks the pass away. Miller looks up for a three-pointer, finds nothing but net as he was uncontested on that shot. And Miller with 17 tonight. 60 to 47, 13-point lead for the Bullpups as we approach 2 minutes to go here in the final quarter of the Royals play at the Bellarmine Christmas Classic. And Miller fouled underneath, going to the rim. And Jacobson with his third. 16 foul. I don't think the Royals are too concerned about fouls at this point. 60 to 47. .152 on the clock. And Miller makes one of two. 18 now for Miller. 14-point lead for the Bullpups. 1:45 on the game clock. Into the corner, Nozil drives in, baseline right side, finds Maulhard on the left side. Nozil up top, Left elbow looking for an open Royal. Ends up in Mulhard's hand. Noziel loses his footing. Called for the travel. 61-47. Coming up in the postgame show, we should have Coach Harris joining us for the postgame show. Tough loss tonight for the Royals if it stays this way. Playing some solid teams from the Pacific Northwest. And Jackson Floyd laying it up for the Bullpups. 16-point lead. Howard still trying to work his magic, sends a floater up over the rim, no good. Rebound to Jackson Floyd. And we're under a minute to go here in the final quarter of the Royals competition at the Bellarmine Christmas Classic. And Miller making contact underneath the rim for another deuce. Back to an 18-point lead. Three-pointer sent up by LJ. LJ making it good. Luke Jacobson now with 6 points tonight. 65-50 is our score. Shot clock dark in this contest. And the Bullpups called no shot coming by way of Jackson Floyd as Henry Sandberg looked to go to the rim. He really wanted to take that one to the rim one more time. But that's going to be our ball game. Our score 65-50. The Royals fall in this contest, dropping 5 straight now. As they go back in the league, they're going to have to work on a few things, make a few adjustments to get things figured out as this squad has struggled down the stretch here. And Coach not happy. Players frustrated. It's been a rough trip to Washington, but we will recover. We will be back, and we will be better men next time we come around. We do appreciate everybody here at Bellarmine Prep being great hosts for us. They provided a cameraman for us. Appreciate them. Coach, come on over. Take your time, Coach. Coach.
Hey, bud.
Tough pill to swallow on your trip to Washington.
Yes.
3 losses in a row, 5 straight coming off your Christmas Classic into the Bellarmine Classic. You got League coming up on January 3rd when you go to Pioneer Valley to open Mountain League play against the Panthers. How do we right the ship at this point? What do you see is the factor here?
Consistent focus and effort. I mean, flat. We just don't execute consistently enough right now, and that's hurting us. That team executed better than we did. And they played harder than we did at the start of the game. We came out very flat today, and we just can't afford to dig ourselves that kind of a hole.
If you look at the points down the stretch, the first quarter, obviously, you played from behind. The second quarter, you were down by 1 if you look at quarter scores. The third quarter, you were up by 1. And then the fourth quarter, again, the wheels started to fall off the bus. The first 8 games of the season, you played 4 complete quarters. And now we're seeing quarters start to disappear in this. And again, you were saying it has to go back with consistency and things of that nature. What are some bright spots you take away from this trip in Washington?
Honestly, off the court, I thought we did a good job of staying together. Guys were having fun and learning from each other. We know how to compete in spurts, and at the beginning of the season, we were competing consistently, and right now we're not. That's the frustration piece for me right now, and I don't know. I'll have to go back and learn a little bit, but like you said, tough pill to swallow right now, Brian. It was just a not because we lost games, but the way we kind of got blown up in 2 of the games against teams that really aren't teams that should be able to handle us like that. And it's just that's a frustrating piece. So we'll keep grinding, keep working. These guys gotta keep growing together, and we gotta keep growing as a coaching staff.
And Coach, my final thought here is I want to thank you and your staff for bringing me along on this trip. It means a lot for me to be here.
Absolutely.
My first trip to the Pacific Northwest, my first flight trip with any squad ever. I've been on a bus trip, I've been on a hotel trip, and now I've been on a flight trip. So it's great to be here with you, Coach, and I'm happy.
Wouldn't be the same without you, B. We appreciate all you do for the program, man.
And I'm happy to be a part of the program. Coach, I'll let you go. We'll wrap this one up because we got another game coming up in about 17 minutes between Bellarmine, the host squad here, and Federal Way. Any final words before I let you go?
No, just thanks for being here. Happy New Year. We live, we learn, we grow.
And we'll be back on January 3rd at Pioneer Valley High School for a league opener.
All right, bud.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Our final score from Bellarmine Prep between the Bullpups and the Royals, 65-50. The Royals fall to 8-5 on the year following 3 losses here at the Bellarmine Christmas Classic. Thank you all for joining us here on our trip to Washington. We'll be back on the coast, flying out tomorrow morning